My name is Kevin Hayes with the National Research Council of Canada, and I'm the Military Liaison Officer, where I liaise with other government departments and military OEMs, equipment and vehicle manufacturers. Well, some of the greatest advancements have been in the areas of protection and mobility. Firepower has always been there. Big guns have been around for years, but the areas of levels of protection and the ability to mitigate against a whole host of different threats has made great advancements in the last few years. And the ability for these vehicles to move about freely, given the increasing size and weight, has also been a great advancement. And a lot of that has come as a result of the increased need, quite frankly, because of the areas of operation that these vehicles have had to operate in, different areas of the world, different climate conditions, and of course the ever-changing adversarial threats. Once we come up with an idea to mitigate, then they're quite adept at changing and adapting, so we've had to be able to do the same. And we are always designing the latest and greatest testing. So we're always pushing the limits of those vehicle designs. We're always designing tests to push these vehicles to their limits. And by designing a latest test, you're then pushing the envelope of what is the art of the possible in all of these different areas. When you're pushing the envelope and learning what the art of the possible is, you're also learning what the art of the possible is in the areas of fabrication. It's possible to think up of a great idea, but if you can't make it or build it, then it's not going to become a reality. So learning a new fabrication techniques is also very important when it comes to the overall design. And a lot of these designs come from other areas. So learning about other areas, for example, what's happening in the aerospace industry, is also very relevant to what's happening in the vehicle industry. What's happening in the race car industry is also relevant to the mobility of military vehicles, because there's a lot of cross-pollination of technologies, and gone are the days where you have an expert in one specific field. It can't be just a mechanical engineer anymore. They have to know a lot about aerodynamics, acoustics, electromagnetics, electronics. So it is a real global knowledge base that we house and we are trying to enhance all the time. So one of the ways that our group has been very successful, I believe, in fostering a culture of innovation is having buy-in from those that are running the organization. They certainly have to be aware of the fact that you can learn how to push a broom better from someone who does it all the time, just as a simple example. So good ideas can come from anywhere, and if you're well aware of that, then you aren't always coupled to going back to the same sources for information. And like I say, good ideas come from anywhere, and crowdsourcing buys into that concept, whereby you can open up to the greater populace. Someone who is an expert in material sciences may have a better idea for a vehicle design, but doesn't know it. So just being aware of what other technologies are out there, where these sources of information are, and how you can get at them is a big thing. And of course, technology has played a big part in that. I'm talking about communications technology, where there's no borders anymore to the transfer of these technologies. The internet, of course, and global communications, gaming. There's been a huge transfer of technology from the gaming world and universal controllers, for example, into not only the training and simulation world, but real world applications. Yes, certainly it seems to me that it takes too long to develop a military vehicle, and by a continuous cycle of building, you will learn just from the fabrication itself what is the art of the possible or impossible. and you will learn from that. And you can't, as mentioned, wait for the 100% solution. You should go with what works today and built in some flexibility, but if you commit to build, you will continue to learn from that very fact. Well, the value in this is learning from other subject matter experts, learning what is out there. People are innovating in their own clusters, in their own companies, and this is an area where they can share lots of these ideas, and where people like myself can connect the dots between these technologies and solutions and applications and ideas that we're looking for.